If you are still trying to force ChatGPT to do everything from coding to image generation, you are working in the past. Here is a sobering reality. A recent study by Stanford's AI Research Institute found that 73% of professionals using general-purpose AI tools are operating at less than half their potential productivity. Why? Because they are using a Swiss Army knife when they need surgical precision. In 2025, specialized AI tools have completely overtaken the jack-of-all-trades approach. The companies winning in this space understand something crucial. They do not rely on one tool to solve every problem. Instead, they have built arsenals of specialized AI systems, each designed to excel at specific tasks. Today, I am showing you the 5 specialized tools I have replaced ChatGPT with to get better results, faster. These are not just alternatives. They are upgrades that will transform how you work. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the most productive professionals have moved beyond ChatGPT, and you will have the exact toolkit they are using to stay ahead. But first, we need to understand why this shift happened in the first place. Let me start with the most game-changing replacement: research. When you ask ChatGPT for information, you are getting answers from training data that could be months or even years old. No citations, no verification. Just confident-sounding text that might be completely wrong. Enter Perplexity AI. This is not just another chatbot. It is a research engine that connects to the live internet, pulling real-time information and providing actual citations for every claim it makes. Here is why this matters. Last month, I was researching market trends for a client presentation. ChatGPT gave me confident statistics about Q3 earnings that were completely fabricated. When I fact-checked them, none existed. The same query in Perplexity. It pulled live data from Reuters, Bloomberg, and SEC filings, complete with links to verify every number. The difference is not just accuracy, it is credibility. When you present research backed by real sources, you are not just sharing information, you are building trust. Perplexity goes beyond simple search. It understands context, follows up on related questions, and can dive deep into specific topics while maintaining that crucial connection to verifiable sources. For business professionals, this is revolutionary. You can research competitors, analyze market trends, and gather intelligence that is both current and credible. The Pro version even lets you choose your sources. Want only academic papers? Done. Only recent news? No problem. Only specific publications you trust? Absolutely. This level of control over your information sources is something ChatGPT simply cannot provide. But research is just the beginning. But accurate research is just the foundation. The real breakthrough comes when you need to create content that does not sound like it was written by a robot. And the tool that has completely changed how I approach long-form writing. It is not what you think. The difference in quality is so dramatic that clients can immediately tell when I have switched tools. That tool is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. If ChatGPT writes like a corporate press release, Claude writes like a human who actually understands nuance. The difference becomes obvious the moment you compare outputs. I recently tested both tools with the same prompt for a 2,000-word article about market volatility. ChatGPT produced generic, repetitive content that hit every expected talking point but lacked personality or insight. Claude crafted something that read like it came from a seasoned financial journalist. It used varied sentence structures, included unexpected analogies, and maintained a consistent voice throughout. But here is where Claude truly shines. Context retention. You can have conversations that span thousands of words, and Claude remembers everything. It builds on previous points, references earlier discussions, and maintains coherence across long documents. For business writing, this is invaluable. Now let us talk about coding. GitHub Copilot and Cursor have completely transformed software development. While ChatGPT can write basic code snippets, these tools understand your entire code base. Cursor, in particular, is revolutionary. It does not just suggest code. It understands the context of your project, your coding style, and your architectural decisions. I watched a developer friend build a complex e-commerce backend in half the time it would normally take. Cursor suggested not just individual functions, but entire architectural patterns that fit perfectly with the existing code structure. The AI understood the database schema, the API endpoints, and even the naming conventions used throughout the project. GitHub Copilot takes a different approach, but with equally impressive results. It learns from millions of code repositories, suggesting solutions that follow best practices and industry standards. The combination of these tools creates a development environment where you are not just writing code faster, you are writing better code. For visual content, the superiority of specialized tools becomes even more apparent. Midjourney version 6 has achieved photorealistic quality that makes ChatGPT's DALL-E integration look like amateur sketches. The level of detail, artistic understanding, and prompt interpretation is in a completely different league. I recently needed product mock-ups for a client presentation. DALL-E produced cartoonish renderings that looked obviously AI-generated. Midjourney created images so realistic that the client asked which photography studio I had used. The difference is not just quality, it is professional credibility. When you present visuals that look professionally crafted, you elevate your entire presentation. Here is the key insight that most people miss. Each of these specialized tools excels because they focus on solving specific problems exceptionally well, rather than trying to be mediocre at everything. Perplexity revolutionizes research by prioritizing accuracy and citations. Claude transforms writing by understanding nuance and context. Cursor and Copilot excel at coding by understanding project architecture. Midjourney dominates visuals by focusing purely on image generation quality. Here is your action plan. First, replace ChatGPT for research with Perplexity AI. Start with the free version, then upgrade to Pro when you need source control. Second, use Claude 3.5 for all long-form writing that needs to sound human and professional. Third, if you code, implement Cursor or GitHub Copilot immediately. The productivity gains are immediate and measurable. Fourth, switch to Midjourney for any visual content that represents your brand or business. The quality difference will be obvious to your clients and customers. The era of one-size-fits-all AI is over. The winners in 2025 will be those who build specialized toolkits for specialized results. Subscribe for more insights on building your AI-powered business systems, and let me know in the comments which tool you are most excited to try first.